You are listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast exploring Scripture and all things related to it. New episodes are released daily. For more information, check out glossahouse.com and subscribe to our channels on Spotify and YouTube. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Proof Text. I am Michael Halcomb, and this is an episode of a Hebrew reading. We've been reading for some time the book of Jonah. We're going verse by verse and word by word. So what I'm going to do here in a moment is put the text of Jonah 2:10, because that's where we're at, up on the screen. We're just going to read through it. I'm going to read through it out loud, the whole verse one time, then each word, and then again the whole verse one time. So the first is like a cold read. I haven't practiced in reading this or anything. So I'm going to read it at first glance. And I usually, I stumble a little bit on some of these. Then I'll go word by word. And usually by the end, the second time I read it in full, I do a little bit better. I want to encourage you as you're listening to these, read out loud. And if you've been listening to the podcast for a while, you've heard me say that before. Read out loud. This is critical to building fluency in any language, especially Hebrew. So repeat after me, word for word if you need. Repeat after me, verse by verse. Pause me when you want to repeat after me. Or just read on your own out loud. Read with me. All right, so here we go. I'm going to put Jonah 2:10 up on the screen, and we are going to get rolling. Here we go. Jonah 2:10. All right. Here comes the first verse, or the first part of the verse, rather. It says, Va'ani bakol toda azbecha lach asher nadati. All right, so there we go. That's the first read through it. Now let's go ahead and look at each word. So we have, this is the second part of the verse. We should probably do this bit first. So, Ashalma Yeshuata Le Hava. All right. Let's have a look at each word on its own. Sorry, pardon the coughing. So this is va'ani. We got the va'ani, va'ani, va'ani. And then we have bakol, bekol, bekol, bekol with that holam vav, bekol, va'ani bakol. Va'ani bakol toda. So this is toda, toda. Va'ani bakol toda. All right, next we have, this is kind of long, so we have ez, becha, lach, lach, asher. Nadarti, I think I mispronounced that on the first read through now that I'm looking closer at it. Nadarti. Eshalema, Eshalema. All right, then we have Yeshuata. And then we have Lehava. Almost sounds Hawaiian. Lehava. And then here we go. Va'ani bakol toda. Oh, sorry. Va'ani, messing up here. Let's get it. All right, there we go. Va'ani bakol toda azbecha lach asher nadarti. All right. And then we have Ashalma Yeshuata Lehava. and that is Jonah 2:10. All right, again, make sure you practice reading out loud. And by the way, don't be afraid to mess up. That's part of it. Failing is part of language. Failing is part of what happens when you're learning to read in a new language or a foreign language. And don't worry about being perfect at it. Don't worry about perfection. Like I just stuttered in English a couple times there. Just messed up. Been speaking this my whole life. I'm a native English speaker. So don't feel like when you go into a second language that you are not going to mess up. Again, I just stuttered. So cut yourself some slack. Take it easy. Don't worry about being a perfectionist or nailing it. Part of what makes language real and authentic is when we do mess up like that, right? That's just part of it. It's everyday life, everyday speech. So read out loud. Practice that a lot. Listen to me and others read out loud. And that'll help you on your way to language fluency. All right, I'm going to stop there and say I hope that helps.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.